Hello everybody, welcome to Intro to Music Online. I have this orientation video for you to help you around the course. So right now I am in what's called the student view so that I can show you some things that you would need to know from where you are, and then I will be switching back to my view in a few minutes to let you see more of what will be coming up in the semester. This is the page that you're going to see when you first come in to the course. Every time that you log in, you will always start on this page. And this is really the central hub of our time together. I have all of our modules listed out in units, and you will be following through all of those in order to help you get the best experience while you are here with me. So before I go through that though, let me show you what's here on the left. This is indeed your home page. The syllabus is not what you think. The syllabus in Canvas is not the course outline where I have all of my details, what my own personal syllabus would be. The syllabus in Canvas is really an itemized list of what your assignments are, and you can see that that's here in front of you. This shows you when your assignments will be due. There's one exception to this, and that is your inquisitives, which I'm going to get to. The inquisitives are not listed on the assignment summary, and I will be showing you how to do those and when they are due here in just a moment, because that's located actually in the modules. That's what comes next. Here's your modules. Sorry about that. I had to stop the recording since it is constantly logging me out. It's a really irritating problem. But we're back, and I wanted to show you the modules will also take you to the same page. Here's your modules. And we'll get back to that in a moment. Your discussions. I've got a couple of discussions up here that will be up here permanently. It's the course content forum, as well as technical issues, and you can post here anytime about any of the general issues that you might be facing. What's nice about these forums is that someone else in the class might have an answer and they might get to it before I do. So that's what's really nice about you guys working together, is sometimes you can solve a problem and you might even know more about it than I do. Since I don't have a lot of technical expertise, I'm an instructor first, and so a lot of times I have to refer actually back to the Canvas people to help me on occasion as well. So if you have a technical issue, if something glitchy or crazy happens and you need to tell me about it, you can put that here, or you can send me an email, or we'll get into that in just a second, where you can send your information besides these discussion posts. The other one is the course content form. If there's something in your book you don't understand, if I've put something in the video that you want more clarification on, you can always post any of that information under course content, any questions, and I will do my very best to answer them for you. Here's all of the other discussions that you have, but really I strongly suggest that you go through the modules, and I'll be showing you about that in a moment. This would be your grades, but I haven't graded anything because you haven't done anything yet, but this is where you will actually be checking all of your scores. Is out of this, and here will be where your score will appear, and it has a little thing right here that you can test a different score. And what this actually means is that, say that you are deeply anticipating that you need to make a 75 out of 75 on the Britain's Young Person's Guide discussion, but instead you want to see what would happen if you only made a 50. So you can type 50 in there and it'll give you a new calculation. Now that's not your score, that's a what if score. So a lot of times you guys will come to me and say, well, what happens if I only make a C on my final? Will I still have an A in the course? Well, you can actually figure that out through this grading system here, where you can put in a hypothetical score and it will give you that answer. So that's what that it'll be a T here when we actually get into these. I think that's a test score or a what if score. Okay, so that's what that means. The rest of these are all things that you would use through the college. I think that People one might show, yeah, it shows everybody that's in the class. And so that might be helpful to you also as we proceed. Then these are actually all things through the college that can help you through tutoring, student services, what kind of software you'll need to complete the course, and the library link is all right here. All right, so let's talk about how to contact me. And this is where I can't do it in student view, so I'm going to cross back over. All right, these are actually some of my old ones here, but you can actually send me a message through here. And it's actually pretty easy to do up here. We just have the compose a new message icon. And then I can send one to you, and then you can send one back to me. Or I don't know if you can send it to other people in the class or not. It's only been, I only have correspondence between you and other members of the class. But you can just type me a little message. You just put my name in the box and send me a message. This class is awesome. And you can just send that right to me, and it'll show up in my inbox. Okay. So anyway, that's how that works. So you can actually connect with me through Canvas, through your inbox, or you can actually send me an email. Now, all of that information is actually right here in your Start Here module. I ask that you go through every single one of these in order. That is the most important thing to be successful in this class. I do require you to go through it in order the first time you view it. I have everything put out in a specific order to help you complete them and to get as much information before you get to assignments as possible. So let's go through these a little bit. This is just a letter that I have. You can scroll through some of these as you go. What I'm interested in is, of course, to have you take a look at the syllabus and read that carefully, because that has everything in the course that you need to know as far as policies and rules and how to be successful and all of that stuff. But here it is in abbreviated form. What I do about dropping, actually what my email is, what my grading policy is. So read all of this really carefully. It's pretty self-explanatory, but if you have questions, of course, you can always send me a message. This is what I really need to talk to you guys about, and that is buying the text. You have to have the text in this class. You must. Okay, and in addition to having the text, you must have access to what's called total access, which brings you into these digital resources. You will be given a total access code when you purchase your online version of the text or the loose leaf binder through the bookstore. My only suggestion to you is if you buy the text or you rent it from an outside company, that's fine with me. Just make sure that you're getting this total access code. If you don't have it, I think it's $50 through Norton. So here is the link that actually sends you to the website, the publisher website, to buy the book. But I do think the bookstore might be cheaper. This is a video to tell you actually how to get the total access if you need it. And they're telling you to go to the digital landing page. So if you're on the publisher website video, if you watch this and it says first go to your digital landing page, that's this link right here. And I have a big link actually after it. It is right here. Okay, so this is where you can always access that ebook, everything from Total Access that you're going to need. But it is super important that you buy the text as well as the Total Access, and it must be 12th edition shorter version. If you get an earlier version, the music is very different and the content's pretty different too. I really had to do a big rewrite when I went to the new edition. So the earlier editions absolutely will not work. So make sure that you are getting the text along with the Total Access, and all of these links will take you there, and you can also go to the bookstore and they will help you with that as well. The next thing I want you to see beyond your access link here, the next page over, is a course timeline that tells you everything that's due in the semester. And it is also pretty clear on your modules as well. But let's just go over kind of what you need to know. Unit 1's a little bit slightly different, but basically every week you'll have a reading assignment, some sort of communications task, and then an objective quiz. So for the first week, you will have your introduction discussion board, which you're going to do as soon as you come in. It's actually located after this page right here. So you'll just come and introduce yourself to the class, and then you'll have a longer, lengthy discussion on Benjamin Britten after you do your reading. So I just ask that you do the first half of your communications task in the first half of the unit. The units are open for 2 weeks. So your communication, the first part of your communication assignment will be due that first Sunday. So here we have Unit 1. It runs from August 26th to September 11th. And your post for the Benjamin Britten question will be due on September the 4th. Your replies will be due on September the 11th, along with your quiz. Unit 2 starts to be a little bit different. Units 2 through 7 are the same, where you will have your reading assignment. You will have, in this particular case, something called a found object assignment, which I give you the information for in Unit 2 very clearly. Still, the first half of that work will be due on September the 18th, and then your first inquisitive, right here, is also due. It will be due on the 25th, along with the quiz, your weekly or your unit chapter quiz. Okay, so every 2 weeks for each unit, you will have a reading assignment, a communications task, an inquisitive, and a quiz. And that will happen units 2 through 7, so for the rest of the semester. Let me show you very quickly what the inquisitive actually looks like. We begin that in Module 2, and that does not show up on your due date, on your rolling syllabus assignment due date, because it's outside of Canvas. And you can see right here, it's here. Inquisitive Listening Guide 8 is due September the 25th. If you'll notice, I have a tutorial on how to complete it. Here's a video on how to actually get into it and how to set yourself up to begin that task with the inquisitive. And I give you a very in-depth tutorial on how to prepare for it and how to actually do the quiz. So don't feel nervous about it, because I try really hard to give you guys a lot of videos to help you out with different things throughout the course. So you're going to be adding yourself to the student set, and I go through that on how to do that. The inquisitive itself is here, and you will actually, I'm already logged in, but you will log in when you come in to this particular page, and this is where you will do your work. And I have the due dates at the tops of all of these so that you know when they are actually due. For everything else, the due dates do appear here in the middle of your module. The inquisitives are right here, and then it's also will be at the top of that page. When everything's due, you will also have those due dates on, not on the home page because that's the modules, on the syllabus page. There is a running stream, but just remember those inquisitives are not part of that. The other thing I want you to know, I do have these dates for when things are due, but you can actually work on this course whenever you want. You do have a solid due date. Like at September the 11th, this introduction will be marked late, and I will not be grading it anymore. I don't grade the late work. It needs to be done on time, because everything in this entire course is open until the end of the semester. As far as Unit 7 is open now, and it will stay open until December the 11th, I guess. So you have all of that time. If you'd like to work ahead early, you have all of that time to do it. So if you know you have something important to do, you can get done with any of these early, but you can't do them late. So just make sure that you are keeping up to date with not being late. But if you feel like you have something important to do later in the semester, you can always get it done early, because everything is already open for you. You'll see lots of other videos and throughout the course, and I really want to welcome you to the class. I'm really looking forward to a great semester of showing you all kinds of cool music. So welcome.